Hi guys, it's Sven the case tester again. As you can see, I've got my iPhone 15 Pro Max here again, and this video is about protecting these lenses at the back, and I've already got something on here, but we'll take that off in a minute and stick it on again for you. Yes, I've ordered a few products. We're going to test them all together, and then we'll look at things like how the whole thing fits together with a cover, what it looks like, does it affect the flash, for example, and things like that, so that you can find the perfect product for you if you want to protect your camera. So, if you want to buy any of these things right away, at the bottom of the video description is the link to the articles where I bought the whole thing. There you will also find the link to my blog, where all the pros and cons are listed again, and I say as always, have fun with the video. So, this set comes from unique.me. There are 3 pieces included for $10 DAOs. One is of course already gone. I tested it. Here you have accessories with it. So, let's just stick it on again without cleaning anything first. As I said, you should clean it first so that it sticks properly. So, we'll just peel it off here again. Make sure that we don't get our fingers on it. And then the whole thing will be in place. Yes, now we come to the advantages. It's also very easy to fit again. I don't think it's that noticeable if you look at it that way. Everything is covered here except for the microphone. There's no major impairment. As I said, maybe in the dark. If you use the flash, I think professional photographers can notice a lot of difference. We normal people shouldn't really notice that much. It's cheap, $10 for 3 pieces, and everything still works with the flash. As I said, only the microphone is left out here. Let's move on to the disadvantages. We don't have a removal tool here. By that I mean a little plastic pen that you can use to get underneath. Unfortunately, that's missing, and here too we have the problem. If we use a cover, then the whole thing sticks out about another millimeter. This means that if we lay it down like this, it can of course get scratched. Yes, let's come to the conclusion for this armored glass for the camera. It's not very noticeable, it's not expensive, and if you like the look and really want to have everything covered, you can easily go for it. Yes, let's move on to the next one. So, the next camera protection comes from ESR. There are 2 pieces in a set. The whole thing costs $12 on Amazon. So, and here we have this tool with us again. Here we have everything for cleaning, of course. And we still have one in here. One I've already tested, of course. And this is what the whole thing looks like. The whole thing is a bit different here because we have individual protective glasses for the camera. No longer such a big thing. And then we just stick the whole thing on. And then we come to the advantages and disadvantages. So we'll just take this off. And then we'll just put this on. Press it down once, and then we just pull this off again, and then the whole thing sticks. So the assembly is easy, as you've just seen. The whole thing is not so noticeable here because you don't have such a thick armored glass on it, but have covered the lenses individually, which I think is much nicer. The whole thing is of course also compatible with all cases. Nothing is pushed up again on the sides. Flash and LiDAR, of course, they still work. They are not covered here at all. You also have the removal tool with you, so you can simply go underneath and remove the whole thing, and that's all the advantages. Let's move on to the disadvantages. As I said, only the lenses are covered. Some of you like it better if everything is covered so that no scratches can get anywhere. You'll have to decide for yourself in the end. Here too, we have the problem that this glass sticks out a little when we use a cover. And it is, of course, more expensive than the one we just used. Here on the sides, we just have this transparent material. I think it's plastic, so it's not so noticeable. Yes, let's move on to the next product. Or rather, let's start with the conclusion, which I completely forgot. The advantage of this glass from ESR is that you almost don't notice that anything is stuck to the lenses, and you don't have to worry about the flash or the LiDAR sensor. So, now we come to the next product. So, the next product is from Spigen, which I bought on Amazon for $16. For 2 pieces. But before we unpack it, I want to briefly show you how this little plastic tool works. You just go down here. And you can easily take these things off again. So let's unpack the set and see what's inside. Is in there. As I said, 1 is already missing. You have 2 in here. What else do we have in here? I think another set of instructions, but you really don't need them for things like this. Here we have another border. I don't know what it is. Metal, aluminum, but you can see it's silver. And that's why I think the whole thing doesn't really stand out anymore, but looks really original. So I really think that's the best look. Let's move on to the next advantage. The flash and LiDAR still work, of course. Nothing is obscured. You can, of course, reuse all the cases here too. Nothing is pushed up again on the sides. And here too, you have this removal tool with you again. Those were the advantages. Let's move on to the disadvantages. As I said, only the lenses are covered. This one is not covered at all, depending on what you prefer. Again, of course, these lenses stick out of the case. If you make a cover around them, they stick out a little in the overview. Of course, it's also a bit more expensive than the others. Let's come to the conclusion for the Spigen glass. The glasses from Spigen make a very good impression and are also of high quality. You can hardly see them, and they are also very easy to fit. There's really nothing to complain about here. Let's move on to the next and final product. The last product is from Rhino Shield. I bought this on Amazon for $14. Unfortunately, a removal tool is not included here. And again, we have individual glasses for the lenses. And I just stick the whole thing on now. Again, simply press firmly and then carefully peel off. And the whole thing is ready. Press it down again here. And this is what the whole thing looks like. So the design is pretty similar to the one from Spigen. But let's start with the advantages. Again, simple installation. It's almost invisible, as you can see. I think it looks original. Flashes and LiDAR, of course, still work. They're not covered. And again, we can use all the covers. Now we come to the disadvantages. Again, only the lenses are covered. We don't have a removal tool with us. Again, of course, these glasses stick out of the case. And the whole thing is, of course, quite expensive compared to the others. Let's come to the conclusion. The Rhino Shield glasses also make a very good and high quality impression. You can hardly see them, but they are a lot more expensive than those from Spigen, for example. In the end, everyone has to decide for themselves what they want. So that's it for the test. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't want to miss videos like this in the future, you should definitely subscribe. And in the video description are the links to the products. You'll also find a link to my blog there. All the advantages and disadvantages are listed there again. You'll also find a link to the product there so that you can read through it again at your leisure if you want. Let a thumbs up there. That would make me very happy. As always, I'll see you in the next video.